Welcome to lesson 2 of the Be Healing Attracting Your Soulmate Intensive. And this lesson is about the law of attraction and how the law of attraction works with regard to bringing in your soulmate into your life. Now, for those that haven't studied the law of attraction yet, the law of attraction states that like energy attracts like energy. And so that means that whatever energy you're putting out, whatever energy that you actually are inside yourself, you are bringing towards you on the outside. And it means that whatever thoughts that you have and whatever feelings that you have, they are the creative force behind what you're attracting and creating in your life. Along with beliefs, beliefs are long-held thoughts and feelings that really affect us mostly on our journey to bringing in our soulmate. And so just taking a look at the law of attraction a little bit in more detail. So to bring in our soulmate, first of all we need to ask the universe for it. That's the first step of the law of attraction. We need to ask. And so we've done that already. We've asked already by setting our intention with lesson 1. So that's out of the way. We don't need to ask anymore. The asking's over with now. We've been heard. The universe always hears us. We don't need to keep on repeating it. When we repeat our asking, it's like saying, I don't trust you, universe. I don't think you've heard me. It's a complete lack of trust. And if you're putting lack of trust energy out there, then you're going to be shown lack of trust back. So just ask that once. Now you've set the intention, that's gone. That's the first step completed. And so the next step that's required is to be specific on what you actually want. And now to be able to be specific about what we want, we need to know what is a soulmate. And so I want to tell you, first of all, before I go into what is a soulmate, I want to tell you what isn't a soulmate. I want to tell you what every other relationship is that isn't a soulmate. And we always attract towards us relationships that are a match to us. And so it could be seen that everyone is our soulmate because we're always attracting like energy. But I tend to define the soulmate as being more than that. The soulmate is the one that we're going to stay with forever. The soulmate is a complete match. And so the rest relationships that we have, even though they're a match to us, they're a lesson match to us. So I call these lesson relationships. They're relationships that we go into because of a lesson. So now, lesson relationships come into your life to teach you something. You attract them into your life to match your energy at that time. Your match comes in for you to teach them the lesson that they need and for them to teach the lesson that you need. These relationships are supposed to come and go. They are generally of short duration, which means about 1 to 7 years. Although many people try to hold on to these relationships for longer than, and they try to make them work. So there's no forcing a relationship to work. Lesson relationships are over in their own time and should be allowed to be over in their own time. Many people make the mistake of marrying a lesson relationship because it feels like home, because it's generally come from a repeating of our parents' lessons. And so it feels like home, it feels like that's what love is, because that's what love was when you were a child. And so we feel safe in this relationship, even if the relationship is not particularly safe for us. It feels like love because the lesson has been connected with our idea of love in the past. But this isn't true love, yet it is a love lesson. It's our role in these relationships to learn from them and understand what true love is from them. They are our guides to show us where our relationship issues lie. They are stepping stones to finding the soulmate relationship. Lesson relationships are supposed to last for the duration of the lesson and then be released. As you grow emotionally and spiritually in life, you will grow in different directions from these partners. This is because you have opposite lessons to learn in a lesson relationship. So when the learning is underway or completed, they will no longer match you, they will oppose you. There was only ever a mismatch in the first place, but the right mismatch for you both at the same time, so that you could learn from each other. So, lesson relationships are never wasted relationships because they take you one step closer to your soulmate relationship. Even if you've decided not to learn the lesson in that relationship and then recreate the same issue in the following relationship 10 times over, they're still not wasted because they're showing you this aspect of yourself and they're allowing you to experience and practice. The more ingrained the issue is within you, the more examples you might need to be shown in lesson relationships. And just as you might think you've dealt with a lesson and healed it, you might find that it comes up again with a different face on it or in a slightly different way, so that you have to fully practice again the learning. Each lesson relationship is a gift and should be seen as such. Lesson relationships are never failures. And so what your guides would like you to do now is to look back on your past relationships and to get to a place of blessing them all. And so they want you to view every past relationship that you've had as a learning, as something that you've created because you want to find the perfect relationship. And so the universe and your guides has taken you on that path to showing you the lesson relationship so that you can find the perfect relationship. And so in this process, they're wanting you to see what it was within you that created that lesson to be brought about in the first place. Recognize the energy that was in you at that time that created that lesson to take place. And once you have realized that and you're part in the creation of it, you might be able to understand how that partner had created that lesson for themselves too, because you gave them a lesson too, you can be sure of that. And so you both created the perfect lessons for each other. This brings you to a place of understanding each relationship. Understanding that it was a success after all, that lessons were learned. Now a lesson is only really learned once it's let go of. And so to let go of it requires to have no blame or to have no guilt, to realize that everything was imperfection and it was just a lesson. You were both playing your part in each other's lessons, and that was good. So they want you to get to a feeling place of blessing each relationship in the past. And so for your homework now, write down all those past relationships that you might not be over yet. The ones that you feel a bit of guilt about, or the ones that you feel like you were a victim to, write them all down and feel into them a little. Feel into how they came about. Go through this process of trying to release it yourself. And with each lesson as you go, with each relationship as you go through it like that, if you get stuck at any point, if you find a sticking point and you can't get past it, or you're still feeling a victim or you're still feeling guilt, and then bring that to the webinar with you, along with you, and we'll help you sort that out. So this is the end of lesson 2.